Suleiman the Magnificent, known as the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire from 1520 to 1566, is a figure whose legacy echoes through the corridors of history. He was born in 1494 in Trabzon, a city on the Black Sea, to a lineage that had already established itself as one of the most powerful dynasties in the world. His father, Selim I, had expanded the empire significantly, and Suleiman was destined to take that legacy even further. From a young age, he was groomed for leadership, receiving an education that encompassed not only the art of war, but also philosophy, literature, and law. His early years were marked by a thirst for knowledge and an innate charisma that would later become his hallmark. Upon ascending to the throne at the age of 26, Suleiman faced a vast empire that stretched from the gates of Vienna to the shores of the Arabian Peninsula. His reign would be characterized by both military conquests and cultural achievements, establishing him not just as a ruler, but as a symbol of a golden age for the Ottomans. One of the pivotal moments in his early reign was the conquest of Belgrade in 1521, a strategic victory that opened the gates to further incursions into Europe. This victory was followed by the successful siege of Rhodes in 1522, which solidified Ottoman naval power in the Mediterranean. Suleiman's military prowess was complemented by his keen understanding of diplomacy, as he navigated complex relationships with European powers, often outmaneuvering them with a combination of cunning and charm. However, Suleiman was not merely a warrior, he was also a patron of the arts and architecture. His reign saw a flourishing of culture, with artists, poets, and architects thriving under his patronage. The most notable of these was Mimar Sinan, the chief architect who designed some of the most breathtaking structures in the empire, including the Süleymaniye Mosque in Istanbul. This mosque, with its grand dome and intricate tilework, was a testament to Suleiman's vision of a prosperous and culturally rich empire. It was during this period that the Ottomans became synonymous with architectural innovation, blending Islamic and Byzantine styles to create a unique aesthetic that still captivates the world today. As his reign progressed, Suleiman faced challenges that tested his resolve and leadership. The Battle of Mohacs in 1526 was a turning point, leading to the Ottoman conquest of Hungary and establishing Suleiman as a formidable force in Europe. This victory was not just a military achievement, it marked the beginning of the Ottoman Empire's dominance in the region. Yet the triumph was bittersweet, as it also brought internal strife and dissent. The empire was vast, and managing its diverse populations required a delicate balance of power and diplomacy. Suleiman's personal life was equally complex. His relationship with his beloved wife, Hürrem Sultan, also known as Roxolana, was a significant aspect of his reign. She was more than just a consort, she wielded considerable influence, becoming a trusted advisor and confidant. Their love story began in the harem, a world often shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Hürrem was originally a slave, captured during a raid in Ukraine, but her intelligence and charm captivated Suleiman. Their marriage was unconventional for the time, as sultans typically had many wives and concubines. Suleiman's decision to marry Hürrem represented a shift in the traditional power dynamics of the harem, and together they had 5 children, including the future Sultan Selim II. Despite his successes, Suleiman faced numerous challenges, both from within and outside the empire. The Safavid Empire in Persia posed a constant threat, leading to a series of conflicts that would consume resources and attention. Suleiman's campaigns against the Safavids were marked by both victories and setbacks, as he sought to assert Ottoman dominance over the region. The internal strife within the empire also grew, particularly among the Janissaries, the elite military corps that had once been the backbone of his power. As the empire expanded, maintaining control over these forces became increasingly difficult, leading to tensions and uprisings that Suleiman had to address with a firm hand. One of the most poignant moments of Suleiman's reign was the siege of Vienna in 1529. This ambitious campaign aimed to extend Ottoman control into Central Europe, but it ultimately ended in failure. The siege tested Suleiman's military strategies and his resolve as a leader. The harsh winter, coupled with fierce resistance from the defenders, forced Suleiman to retreat, marking a significant turning point in his military endeavors. Despite the setback, Suleiman's reputation as a formidable leader remained intact, and he continued to pursue his vision of a united Islamic world. Suleiman's later years were marked by a shift in focus from military conquests to governance and law. He was a reformer, known for his efforts to codify laws and establish a legal system that would endure long after his death. The Qanun, a set of secular laws that complemented Islamic law, was a significant achievement of his reign. This legal framework sought to address issues of justice, taxation, and administration, providing a sense of stability and order within the sprawling empire. Suleiman's commitment to justice earned him the title of the lawgiver, a legacy that would resonate throughout history. As Suleiman grew older, he faced the inevitable challenges of succession. The rivalry among his sons, particularly between Selim and his elder brother Mustafa, created a tension that would haunt him. Suleiman's decision to execute Mustafa, whom he perceived as a threat to his rule, was a heart-wrenching choice that underscored the complexities of power and loyalty. This act would cast a long shadow over his legacy, as it raised questions about the cost of ambition and the sacrifices made in the name of leadership. The final years of Suleiman's life were marked by a sense of introspection. He continued to oversee the affairs of the empire, but the weight of his decisions and the loss of loved ones began to take a toll. The death of Hurrem Sultan in 1558 left a profound impact on him, as she had been his partner in both love and governance. Suleiman's health began to decline, and he increasingly relied on his advisors to manage the empire's affairs. The once mighty Sultan, who had conquered vast territories and left an indelible mark on history, faced the fragility of life and the inevitability of mortality. Suleiman passed away in 1566 during a military campaign in Hungary, his last battle against the Habsburgs. His death marked the end of an era, and he was buried in the magnificent mosque he had commissioned in Istanbul. The legacy of Suleiman the Magnificent is one of complexity, a tapestry woven with threads of military might, cultural flourishing, and personal sacrifice. He was a ruler who sought to expand his empire and elevate its status on the world stage. Yet he was also a man who grappled with the intricacies of love, loyalty, and loss. In the centuries that followed, Suleiman's impact would be felt far beyond the borders of the Ottoman Empire. He became a symbol of an age marked by cultural exchange and political intrigue, influencing generations of leaders and thinkers. His story is not just one of conquest and power. It is a narrative that explores the human experience, the struggle for greatness, and the enduring quest for legacy. Suleiman the Magnificent remains a figure of fascination, a testament to the complexities of history and the indomitable spirit of a ruler who sought to leave his mark on the world.